A new decade must mean it's time for a Batman reboot. Today on Mark's Movie Reviews, The Batman. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your old pal Mark Cappis here once again with the first installment of Mark's Movie Reviews. Well, like a lot of Batman movies, this one has already had a bit of a troubled production. This was originally supposed to be Ben Affleck's solo Batman film, spinning off from Justice League. Having gotten some praise for directing Argo, Affleck was going to star in it and direct it. Then Affleck figured it would be too labor-intensive to do both roles, so he took a step back to let someone else direct. And that's where Matt Reeves comes into the picture. Reeves gave us Cloverfield and the last two Planet of the Apes movies, so Reeves came on board to direct, and Affleck eventually decided he didn't want to do it anymore and wandered off. So Reeves decided to do a whole new thing, whole Batman reboot. Robert Pattinson, still best remembered for being the sparkly vampire in the Twilight films, came on as our new Batman. Then casting got a lot of hate because, well, every Batman casting gets a lot of hate, but I think he silenced the critics with the first trailer. And then, like a lot of films these days, COVID really messed up their filming schedule. It was supposed to come out in summer 2021 until COVID came along, but anyways, it's finally here, it's in theaters. Was it worth the wait? Gotham City. Batman has been on the job for 2 years. Bruce Wayne has thrown everything into it, leading the public to think that Bruce is now a recluse in Wayne Manor. Batman's starting to wonder if he's really having any effect on crime. Then a new serial killer pops up, who's targeting Gotham's elite. The press quickly dubs him the Riddler, because he leaves cryptic riddles addressed to Batman at the crime scenes. Batman soon begins unraveling a conspiracy that could rock Gotham to its very core, but he soon makes some unlikely allies. He's got his detective friend on the Gotham City Police named James Gordon. He's putting the heat on a mobster named Oswald Cobblepot, who's picked up the nickname the Penguin, and in the middle of it all is cat burglar Selina Kyle, who's working her own angle. Will Batman get to the bottom of this crime spree, and what does it mean for Gotham City? Well, this movie really is more of a conspiracy thriller than any other Batman film we've seen in the past. And that's a good thing. We've never really seen the detective aspects of Batman really explored on film. And Robert Pattinson, he's outstanding as Batman. This is probably the truest representation of a Frank Miller Batman that we've ever seen on film. This is a Batman that is 100% obsessed with his war on crime. He's so obsessed that Bruce Wayne makes headlines just by stepping outside. Paul Dano is wonderfully creepy as the Riddler. This was a very bold direction to take the character, and it pays off. Zoe Kravitz, wonderful as Catwoman, and the film just looks amazing. This is both the most realistic and the most cartoonish that Gotham has ever looked. There's this one shot of Gotham's version of Times Square that looks like it's ripped straight from Batman the Animated Series. It's beautiful. So, the film is long. I double-checked the runtime. It's 4 minutes shy of 3 hours. Longest Batman movie to date. I should clarify also, solo Batman movie, because the Snyder Cut is 5 hours long. And while that length is good for a conspiracy thriller, I did find myself at times just waiting for Batman to go kick some ass already. I mean, we have our requisite Batmobile car chase, and it kind of let me down. It's all filmed in close-up, and we really don't get a lot of Batmobile kicking ass. So yeah, that's the takeaway here. I wanted more Batman kicking ass. This is a phenomenal Batman film, but it does get a little too long and ponderous for me at some points. On my good old nib scale, because nibs are my movie snack of choice, I give it 3.5 out of 4 nibs. This being my first video, I guess I should figure out some kind of graphic to put down here. Anyway, that's it for my very first Mark's Movie Reviews. Hope you enjoyed it.